The name Volvo originated as a registered trademark in Sweden in 1911, but for a new line of ball bearings for the company SKF. The company ended up not using the Volvo name for their products, but it was instead used by SKF sales manager Asser Gabrielsson and engineer Gustav Larsson in 1924, when they decided to build a Swedish car. Their SKF subsidiary company AB Volvo started in 1926 with the development of various prototypes, all designed to withstand the poor roads and harsh climate of their native country. However, it is not until 1927 that the Volvo company themselves consider their inaugural year. This is when they released their first production model, the Volvo V4 from their factory in Hisingen, Gothenburg. This was followed by the PV4 of 1927. The word Volvo is Latin and it means I roll, which is befitting a name made for a ball bearings manufacturer. Volvo's first truck, the Series 1, came to the market in 1928, and it became an immediate hit even outside of Sweden. Their first bus, the B1, was launched in 1934. AB Volvo was introduced to the Swedish Stock Exchange in 1935, and at this point SKF decided to sell their shares in the company. Some models of the 1930s include the PV36 Carioca, PV51-7, and the PV801-10. Volvo acquired Pendeverken, the factory that had manufactured engines for them, in 1935. This also gave Volvo an entry into the marine engine market. Volvo has a long tradition of implementing and inventing safety features for their cars, the most important being the 3-point seatbelt in 1959. A life-saving invention that Volvo left open for its competitors to use freely, without considering the profits it could make. This is probably the most important contribution from Volvo to the world. Volvo's cars did not become well known outside their native country until after World War II, and hence the production figures up until then were quite low. In 1941, Volvo acquired the Swedish precision engineering company Nohab Flygmotorfabriker AB and changed its name to Svenska Flygmotor, which was later renamed to Volvo Aero. Models of the 40s and 50s include the PV61 and the PV444. Volvo acquired the Swedish agricultural equipment manufacturer Bolinder Munktel in 1950. Bolinder Munktel was renamed as Volvo BM in 1973. The 50s and 60s held great success for Volvo's models PV544, P1200/P120 Amazon, P210 Duet, and the sporty P1800. The late 60s through the 70s produced models such as the 144, 145, 164, 1800 ES, 242, 244, and 264. Volvo Car Corporation was established in 1978 as a separate company within the Volvo Group. From this point, Renault bought a small stake in the company. This was later sold back in the 80s, but in the 90s Volvo and Renault shared a deeper collaboration, which almost ended in a merger in 1994. Models of late 80s and early 90s include the 760, 480, 460, and 940, and models of the early 2000s include the V40, C70, and S40. Volvo was sold to the Chinese Zhejiang Geely Holding Company in 2010. Current models include the XC40, V90, XC90, S60 Polestar, and the V60 Cross Country. Volvo have several electric vehicles in the pipeline, and one of them will be the Embla, a return to names rather than numbers for Volvo. Although in Chinese hands, we firmly believe that Volvo will continue their proud traditions of making the safest cars possible for both driver and its surroundings.